What's up, guys? It's Tony, aka Slaps. We are here with our Week 6 team builder against Emil, coach of the Montreal Scorupis. This is going to be a little bit of a quick one. Go check out Emil, of course, and all the other BBL coaches down in the description below, as well as the NCP playlist down in the description below as well. I said NCP, but I meant the BBL playlist down in the description as well. This is the team that he has on the screen right here on the right-hand side. He made some transactions this season. I know he had Lugia and a bunch of other things. Personally, I think this game is a lot scarier. Maybe not specifically for us. Yeah, I'd say for us as well. I think Zygarde Complete just a much better Uber than what he had previously. He had Naganadel as well previously, but I think even if he has two dragons, both of those are extremely well in tandem with one another. Both of them, that dragon typing being amazing, Naganadel being able to break through the poisons, Zygarde being able to break through the steals anyways. I think it's a good combination. So I think Emil was really able to put a number in on this team. So Zygarde Complete, of course, is very scary. There's a number of things you can do with it. I think Spadef Coil is very scary. Offensive Dragon Dance is very scary against my team. And there's not a lot I can do about it. Especially once it gets into that complete form. I can try my best to avoid that. But I think just Zygarde is very, very scary for my team to compete through. Urshifu, I don't have the best switches into, especially if he's banded. Banded Urshifu, I can pivot around, but after a certain point, and especially into late game, it can do a number against my team. Naganadel, very scary against my team. Don't have great switch-ins. We can try our best though. We got Rotom Heat. I think could be a decent pivot. And be annoying with status, and then also Defogger, of course, that could be his Defogger. Kartana, don't see it coming with Reshiram and Skarmory there. But I guess it could come. I don't think so though. Glaceon, I'm not too worried about. Double is very annoying. I think especially if he lets Gengar, if he can get rid of Gengar, I think a what is it called? A bulk up or Cotton Guard body press set. Sorry, could be really, really good against me. Grimmsnarl is very annoying in status and screens. Bronzong definitely prevents me from locking into moves with things like Reshiram, things like Gengar. So it's kind of annoying if he brings that, and also switches into Clefable and pressures it pretty well. So Bronzong I can see coming. I don't think Fencer comes, but if he wants to bring it, that's fine. That's what I think about his team, and of course you're going to see what we decided to bring right here. We got a physically defensive Blastoise meant to switch into his Zygarde mainly, and also prevent Surging Strikes from being spammed across my team from that Urshifu. Roar to prevent it from my Coil setting up. Scald and Ice Beam hits his team part pretty well, and Spin just get rid of hazards. Yeah, like I said, I think it just can hopefully prevent Zygarde from setting up if he thinks he can get through with it. The good thing about Scald is I can definitely Scald into his Zygarde and try to fish for a burn. And if I get the burn, then one, I can pop a Slumberry, and two, it prevents it from going into complete form. And then I think afterwards, the Ice Beam should be able to pick up the KO. So if I can get that off, that'd be amazing. The thing with Uxie here is it's Spadef. Meant to set up Rocks. I think Rocks is going to be really, really good against this team. It switches into the Naganadel. This is my main Naganadel response here. So that's what I'm doing with Uxie. We got a physically defensive Clefable here. Moonblast, High Speed, Mush, Protect. It's meant to it's unaware because I really am scared of that Cotton Guard double. So we got Cotton Guard, double counter here, and physically defensive to stop close combat spam from the Urshifu Rapid. You could also potentially, I don't even know what I meant to say there. It could also potentially prevent Zygarde from sweeping through us, switches into Grimmsnarl, switches into Pinsir. It's just kind of a decent physically defensive wall here. I think this and Blastoise should be good against this team. Got Scarf Urshifu does well against this team. Wasn't really too sure about Iron Head. Didn't know what to put on for the fourth move. I wish I got something that hit both Grimmsnarl and Bronzong, because obviously I'm going to have to lock myself in, and then if he knows I'm Scarf, then he can pivot into Bronzong pretty freely there, and as I'm locked into Iron Head. I considered Sucker Punch, didn't go with it. Maybe Ice Punch could have been better for the Zygarde, but we're going to rock out with Iron Head and see where it brings us. Next we have Gengar here. Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Sub Nasty Plot. I think Sub Nasty Plot does really, really well against this team. Only thing that's beating me is that Naganadel. I'm hoping the Sludge Wave catches him off guard. I don't know why it would, but just in case he thinks a double with like bulletproof, we can switch into this. But I mean, Amel's pretty smart. I don't think that's something he does, but just in case. Start up on Sludge Wave, I think hits through his team pretty well. Consider bringing ICU in for that Zygarde, but I think this is fine right here. Just the use attacks. And lastly, we got our Wincon here, Reshiram with the Lumberry, because of course he has like Grimmstar with Thunder Wave, and the Rotom with potentially Thunder Wave as well. The Bronzong does not get Thunder Wave. Double with Thunder Wave potentially. Yeah, just really those three I think can do really, really well. So yeah, we're gonna bring our Reshiram here and try to sweep with DD. I think DD does really well against his team late game. I think +2 should be able to outspeed everything on his team outside of maybe like max speed, Scarf, Noggin, Adele. No, we scrap for that as well, so it should be fine there. +2, we outspeed everything, and we're hitting his team extremely well. We might need chip on like the Zygarde, and the Rotom a little bit, but other than that, we should be pretty good. And that's gonna be the team we decided to bring. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, the BBL playlist here is on the screen and in the description, and it should be up tomorrow if you guys are watching this of the day of upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out Amo and all the other BBL coaches.